Today we are going to review picnic tables, okay? On the board in the front, I have our lesson plan laid out. You can access this through Office 365. I will send you an email with the lesson plan, the material list, and written instructions. At that time, if I will review it today, we're all going to kind of review it together. I would like you to take the time, if you have questions, ask them at the end. But at this point, we'll just go ahead and move forward, all right? Today's lesson plan is basically, like I said earlier, picnic tables. All right, on the board up front, I know the writing's kind of small, but on the front, the classroom preparation, we are going to limit it, instead of 55 hours, we are going to limit this to 8 hours, okay? We are going to go over the equipment that we need. We're going to talk about the tools we use. We're going to have an introduction, basically, and that is to build on the existing knowledge of blueprint reading, of layout, cutting, and assembly, and using our skills on assembling the picnic table. This is a quick overview of what we're going to do. There's performance objectives. We have to have an objective in everything we do. All right? So our objectives here, we're going to demonstrate layout and cutting skills. All right? We're not going to create the jig today. I don't have time. We are going to work with weather resistance material, which is what? Treated lumber. We're going to be working with treated lumber. All right? We're also going to demonstrate the proper way of how to install our screws, nails, and bolts. Anybody have an idea what I mean by that? I mean how you countersink. I want a certain pattern. When you put this together, I want to make sure that there is a routine and a certain pattern that we follow each and every time. All right? It's very important to me because it talks about how quality is going to be and what the quality of the workmanship turns out to be. All right? Some of the standards I won't go over, but these are the standards that you need to understand in every lesson. And as teachers, what we're trying to do is make sure you follow a certain standard to get to be able to receive your degree or your certificate in my class for construction. All right? With that, we're going to be, appropriate conduct is definitely part of my class all the time. You guys know that. Safety is an issue, okay? So these are things that I just want you to understand. I will post this. Like I said, I posted it in Office 365. But, bear with me for a second. Okay. Our scope of this project basically is students will construct a picnic table using fundamental carpentry concepts, skills, materials, and tools. Okay. Now, do me a favor, Logan. Read number 1.
Review the lesson goal and objective with students, discuss expectations and how the project will be evaluated. This will take
Roughly about 30 minutes. We're going to spend about 30 minutes talking about this. All right? Jeremiah, can you read number 2 for me?
Review with students the illustration shown on the
We're not going to do the curve. We're just strictly doing a regular picnic table.
table. Have students prepare the cut list for this project. It takes about 30 minutes.
Correct. We could go on, and like I said, for time's sake, I'm going to kind of limit it to what we're talking about. But here's the scope in a nutshell. We're going to take the time. We're going to review the written instructions. I have written instructions. I also posted in your Office 365. I'm going to put them up on the board next. After we review those instructions, you're going to take and we're going to go to the lab. You're going to cut the material. After you cut the material, I will check the material for proper length, proper angles. Then I'm going to move you forward again and to let you start assembling it. Okay? But you have to complete one before you go to the next. They call that scaffolding. Okay? I call it, as we first day you met me, I talked about our, what? But basically, every building is built upon what?
Foundation.
There you go, foundation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be working on the foundation of it first, and that's basically reviewing what we have to do. Then from the foundation, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a cut list. We can't assemble until the cut list is complete. Once the cut list is complete, we'll move on to the next, which would be assembly. After it's assembled, we're gonna give it what I call the final touches, which will be sanding it, routing the edges, making sure we have a quality part, okay?